Hello friends and welcome back to another tutorial for 7 Days to Die with your host Rongos the Bold. So today we're going to talk about repairs. Very exciting, very exciting topic. So repairs come in a lot of range. We've got repairs to items, repairs to buildings, and repairs to yourself, I guess we could do. So first things first, let's do repairs to kind of your items. So when you've got your basic starting gear, you've got an axe, maybe you've got a crossbow if you're lucky. So everything that can be repaired in the game will tell you what it is that is required in order to repair that. So for example, this stone axe tells you that it takes a small stone to repair it. And as you can see, it has a durability. Anything that's got this little meter under it means it has durability. If it doesn't have a meter, it doesn't have durability. It's like these iron, these feathers, these pipes don't have durability. So only things with the bar have durability. And as the durability goes down, an object will generally do less damage to either like if you're hitting somebody with an axe, it will do less damage to the zombie. Once it drops, it'll go from green to yellow and then to red. Does least amount of damage, and eventually it can break completely. Now, guns can be usually repaired even to the lowest, but things like a stone hammer will just break and be gone. So you want to keep your tools and maintain in good order so you can use them to the best of their ability. Now it'll tell you this entity damage and block damage. Now those numbers will actually decrease as the item loses durability. So for example, right now it's got a durability of 152 out of 250, so it's down by 100. So if we'll put this up here in our slot, and that's where we're going to repair things. Now we have some small stones, and it tells us that each stone repairs 30 points of repair. So we need, if we're going to repair 100, we need at least 4, because 3 only gives us 90. So we'll give 4 stones, and you can repair it. Takes a few seconds. And remember, that was at 6.08, and afterwards it's at 10. So you can see just that little bit of durability damage really changed how much damage it does to entities, which are objects in the game, like the zombies and things like animals, or blocks, which are things like, oops, that's a block. So obviously you want to have things maintained really well in order to have the best durability on those. So everything requires a little different. So for example, a crossbow needs a stick, and this one is at 235 out of 250, so it's in really good shape already, and sticks give 10 back. So we need 2 sticks to restore that back to full durability. So that's quick and easy. Now, for example, I have this pistol. It says I need a weapon repair kit, and I don't have one, but I can make one. I happen to have all the parts. So weapon repair kit requires some metal strips. I'll just put one there. A cloth fragment. I'm just right-clicking to drop one of those items, and some oil. And that makes... Oh, and we have some zombies. Oh, we have a lot of zombies. We'll just move out of the way and kind of ignore those guys. They should lose sight of me after a few moments, and then maybe they'll go away. But in the meantime, we'll just hide here, and we'll work. There's definitely a little horde going by. That happens a lot. You got to kind of be aware of your surroundings. And if I was feeling more feisty, I would go ahead and try and take them out. But I'm actually going to run a little farther. They seem to be following me. It's a little bit of excitement for this tutorial, which generally the repair topic isn't the most exciting. So it's kind of good that we get a little bit of excitement. Let's go ahead and take this girl out. Reload our crossbow. Or this is actually a guy. It's not a... Staying crouched is always good. Our freshly repaired crossbow. Okay, now we're undetected, which is good. Let's go ahead and keep our mission going. So we've got our weapon repair kit. So a pistol, it tells us weapon repair, it's 135 out of 40 out of 175. So we need at least 32 points Put that there, and a weapon repair kit repairs 40. So that'll put it back to 100% health, which is great. So that's repaired. Now you can also repair other things, like these cloth armor and leather chest armor require different things. Like here is cloth fragments. So these are cloth fragments. And leather chest armor requires leather strips. Now you get leather strips. Let's go ahead and get a piece of leather. You need to have the leather tanning book in order to craft, well, in order to make leather armor, you need a leather tanning book in the first place. But otherwise, you want to make, put it in the center, you get 5 strips out of it. And you can use these strips, and each strip heals 10 points of durability damage. So you need 10 leathers to put that whole thing back in good shape. So that's not too bad. We avoided our zombies for the morning, so we can run back over here to our little working spot. A little bit of excitement. Now, obviously, you can also repair your objects in the game. So, for example, we've got, check around here. We've got an upgraded plank. We've got a nice upgraded door. So if I go in here and right click on it, or left click on it, I'm going to attack this door, and it'll start breaking down. And at some point, it'll lose all the reinforcements I put on it, like that. And now we start actually breaking the door itself. And you want to be able to repair those. So you can see now it's got nice big gaping holes, and zombies can see right through it. As long as you've got wood planks, which are what's used to repair those in your inventory, you can right click and repair that door. And then you can actually upgrade it with scrap iron and make a nice solid door out of it. Same goes for anything in the game. For example, these windows that have been upgraded. Actually, let's do a block instead. So you can see the damage start to be inflicted on that block. So any of the repair tools, you can right click and that repairs, and then you can upgrade as well. So those are very good ways of doing simple repairs. Now, I did mention that there's also repairs on yourself, and what I mean by that is, let's say, for example, you happen to fall from a great height, and you need to, let's go ahead and fall from a decently great height. I'm going to go into debug mode here. Oops, I already had it on. And I'm going to use the fly command to fly, not too high because I don't want to kill myself, but that should be enough to give me a good broken leg. So here we go. Oh, not high enough. All right, how about there? So now I have a sprained leg. So sprained leg will reduce your movement speed. So I go in here to my character, look at active buffs, and it tells me that I've got a sprained leg. It's going to last for 2,400 seconds. So about 40 minutes of game time. My movement speed is decreased by 20%. So if I took another fall, even a shorter fall, I could then actually make my leg broken, which would reduce my movement speed even by more. So in order to kind of fix that problem, I'm going to want to craft a splint to help repair that damage. So I'll go up here with a stick and some cloth. Hey craft, make myself a nice splint. So I'll put this in my hotbar, which I can use. Select it with my key, and then right click, and that applies that. You can notice that the icon left hand side turned to a little cast. Let's go back and look at our character and the buffs. So this buff now says my leg is splinted, movement speed is decreased. Now it just lasts for just a little while, and I will get my leg back to full strength. So right now is a bad time to be in a city because your movement speed is decreased and you couldn't get away from the zombies very easily. So I think that kind of covers a lot of the basics. We can also have other objects in the game like reinforced concrete. Let me put a couple of these in the game just so we can have them. And let me do cobblestone. A nice cobblestone. Oop, I hear more zombies coming at me. Oh, we got a nice big horde coming. Let's get away from the horde. I don't want to deal with those guys right now, so let's get out of the way. You want to be always listening. It's good to have your ambient sounds in the game turned up enough so that you can hear what's going on. Because when you get a horde like that coming at you, it's a little disconcerting. They want to eat you pretty much, and that's not a good thing to have happen. All right, so I'm just going to place some of this in the world just so you can kind of see some other repairs. I'm just going to jump and place that. All right, and let's place these cobblestone as well. Just some different materials so you guys can kind of see what happens with them. So I'm going to go with this cobblestone. I'm going to right click on it. And these things are really strong. So you can see right now, it's just got a regular kind of pattern of being broken on it. You can right click on it with your axe, and that fixes it back up. However, if you were to continue to beat away on this for a few moments, you'll basically break off a layer. Now this concrete has 4 layers, or this cobblestone has 4 layers of protection on it. So I'm going to bring it, in order to fix that, you'll actually need to have some actual cobblestone in your inventory as well. You would select that cobblestone, and you can tell when it gets discolored. It goes through a couple stages. It'll go from this red to another color, and then another color, and then finally it'll actually break. So when you have this, you have to use cobblestone, because if I click this and try and repair it, nothing will happen. So I actually got to take this cobblestone, right click, and now that's actually repaired back up. So basically what it's done is taken off a quarter of the strength of the wall. But it's still a really strong wall. It can hold up to a lot of damage. Same is true for this concrete. And this is made from rebar frame with then additional concrete poured. And it's a big process, and I'll show you guys how to do that in a future video. But let's go ahead and knock off one layer of the protection. Again, if I stopped right here, I can right click and heal back some of that damage. But I want to take a whole layer off and just show you what you need in order to repair that. So let's go ahead and so you can see that kind of broke off, and now the concrete looks a bit different. It looks all cracked. And if I go in here, right click, I can't do anything. So in order to repair that, you actually need some concrete, a bucket of concrete mix. So once you have that in your inventory, in your hotbar, you can select it, right click, and that brings it back to full strength. So different objects in the game require different levels of repair items, different kinds of items to repair them. I think I've given you a good sampling of different things, how they're repaired, how they work. So I hope that helped out. And if you've got questions or you want me to cover a specific tutorial topic, please let me know in the comments and I'll take care of that for you. But for now, it's been Wrong with the Bold. Hello, zombie. Let's go see if she's done any damage to our base. It went through there. I don't see any damage to those guys, so we can't really upgrade those. And I don't see... Oh, I do see a little damage here. Do you see that? That's where she's been beating away on our wall for some unknown reason. Let's go ahead and right-click that. We'll fix that damage up, lickety-split. See? It's all better. All right. Well, this has been Wrong with the Bowl, teaching you how to repair stuff in the game of 7 Days to Die. Hope you enjoyed it. If you did, click that like button, comment, subscribe, tell your friends, your family, and your grandma, and I'll see you guys on a future tutorial.